Hello! So, oh my god, it's been ages. Yes, I take a little break from social media, YouTube, all of that, blah blah blah, recently. And I was aware that I haven't done a video for you guys in ages, so I did these today, and I loved them, so I thought I'd edit it and get the video out to you ASAP. So I'm using some water decals. So what I showed at the beginning there was I've just cut the decal off the cut the one out that I want, and I've just placed it. I use like a lint-free pad soaked in water in a little tray, and then I pop my decal on top of that to soften the paper off the back. And then I'm coming in, this is my client, I've done the usual, removed her previous set, filed down to a thin clear base, and then got ready for the infill, so done all my prep, priming and all of that lot. So on this nail I've come in with a very thin clear base, and then I've come in with HD Nails Nicotina, which is part of the Pastel Flowers collection, I think it's called. And I'm just using this as a full colour base, and then I'm going to cap this in clear. I tend to use all of my colours, paint on a layer and then cap, just because it saves you colours, and they're normally more expensive, so just paint on a layer and then cap in clear. And then coming on to the next nail, coming in with CJP Rosa, coming in at the cuticle area, blending down, and then I'm going to do a glitter fade using the Tiana glitter, which is a new glitter from the Princesd collection. With this set, my core line, so I'm using my cover pink and I'm capping in CJP and just using HD as design powders. So making sure that whenever I'm using a different system as a design powder, I'm always making sure that the base and cap layer is a complete system, so that is CJP. And then for this now, I'm doing similar to the ring finger. I'm coming in with Rosa at the cuticle area, blending down, but with this one I'm going to place my decal on the nail on top of the cover pink and then add the glitter around it. So as you can see, I pick it up. I normally pick it up with tweezers, just makes it a little easier for me. I then slide it off the paper backing and just place it where I want on the nail, and then I just pat that down flat. And then what I'm going to do is use small beads of clear acrylic to pick up that Tiana glitter and just place around the nail, around that decal, how I like it. And then on the pointer finger, I'm doing exactly the same thing as I did on the little finger, but on this nail I'm using the yellow from the same collection, and this is Freesia. So again, I'm just applying a thin clear base, and then I'm putting a thin layer of colour before capping in clear. So I'm going to show all of the nails being capped in clear now. So my usual, starting at the cuticle area, gently blending back and then just pulling it forward until the entire nail is capped in that clear acrylic. So while I'm capping the nails, I'm going to try not to get into a rant. I'll be a good girl. But I just wanted to say why I'd been a little quiet recently. Some of you who follow me on social media will be aware. Well, first, I bought a horse that has been keeping me quite busy. Well, he's not a horse, he's a pony. He's a little fat pony. So I kind of did that to force myself to have a little time to myself, which is good because it forces me to actually stop work for 2 hours a day to go and ride or exercise or see to him. So that's good. Also, it's that thing again with social media and stuff like that. I feel I've said this many times, but I'm going to say it again. Like, genuinely, if you have nothing nice to say or nothing constructive to say, then please don't bother watching or commenting on my videos. I've said this before. I make no money from my YouTube videos. My clients come in, I ask if they're happy for me to film. They agree. You know, it eats into the time I spend with my client because I'm always filming. So my clients are sometimes having to sit there for like 5-10 minutes while I'm, you know, buggering about with a camera, getting the right shot, things like that, getting all the pictures and stuff. And I don't mind doing it, and they don't mind doing it, but it's all for free. So if I go a little out of shot, if it goes a bit blurry, if I don't show filing, things like that, you know, I appreciate you might prefer to see that, but I would also ask that people viewing this also appreciate it is free. Everything I do on my YouTube channel is free. So, you know, if you're getting something for nothing, try not to be too demanding with it. And I once again got to a stage with some of my social medias and stuff. It got to a point where, you know, I'd do a set of nails and then I'd be getting messages and requests and all this lot just saying, can you do it in green? Can you do it in blue? And I just think, it sometimes get to this point, the more you do, the more people want. And unfortunately, I just had to take a bit of a step back. So, you know, I'm going to continue to try and do videos for you guys. But, you know, as I say, I don't earn any money from it. I do have bills to pay like the rest of you. So it is kind of the thing, if I get a free half hour or, you know, a free couple of hours to edit videos, then I will. But if not, you know, please bear with me. But that's it really. You know, I do offer training, I do offer one-to-ones, things like that. So if you are desperate to learn my techniques and train with me, then, you know, go on my website and have a little look. But that's it really. So once again, just to remind people, if you've got nothing nice to say, then can you just unsubscribe and leave me alone? because the negative comments, and there's always, you know, that, oh, well, I wouldn't have used that glitter, or I wouldn't have put it that way. Well, that's nice. Do your own video, do your own channel. That's it really. So again, trying not to rant, but yeah, just catching you guys up. So almost finished capping, so I'm going to stop talking for a minute and then I will explain what I do next. So here we go, a thumb. I'm showing you a thumb. It's exactly the same as one of the other fingers, but people ask to see them, so you know. Here we go, here's a thumb. This is why I don't really show them, because I nearly always, especially when I've done different things on every nail, I will do a thumbnail the same as normally the middle finger or the ring finger. So this one is exactly the same as the ring finger. I'm just doing a blend down with cover pink, and then I'm placing glitter on the tip and blending up before I then cap in clear. So I just wanted to show this nail as well. So this is on the other hand. So this is the other decal I'm using. So I'm using the Cover Pink again to blend down, and then I'm using the Frogs, which is on the same slider, to go with Tiana. So just placing them in the middle, and exactly the same thing, patting them down, keeping them as flat as possible. There's a bit of a wrinkle in these ones, but I wanted to show that because when I'm finished, you wouldn't know. So I'm just placing that on, and then I'm going to go round in glitter before capping in clear acrylic like on the other side. And when they're all filed in, I didn't show filing, again there's a link in the description below if you want to see my filing technique. And I'm using crystals from the Princess wheel, crystal wheel 1 and 2, actually I'm using all the greens and yellows and stuff. So I'm placing a crystal in the middle of the full colour nails, and then with the decal nails I'm just placing crystals just in a nice flowing pattern around them. And when the crystals are where I want them, I'm now applying my top coat, making sure I butt up against the crystals but don't go over them with my top coat. That just helps secure them. And then once that's all done, I'm just going to cure in my LED lamp for 60 seconds. And then I'm using the same coloured acrylics. I'm using the yellow and the green, which is Freesia Nicotina, and I'm going to create just a cute little daisy design. So I'm getting small beads, picking up with my 3D brush, and I'm going to place them either side, let them go a little matte, and then I'm coming in at a 45-degree angle and just creating the petals. I do the two outside ones first, and then I do the centre one. If you're not very quick with your 3D, just do one bead at a time. For me, I'm quite quick doing like little petals like this, so I put on a couple of beads at a time. And then I'm just going to shape those into little petals. Then just adding that centre bead, again waiting for it to go matte before shaping it into a petal. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the yellow now, but using the green acrylic. And there we have it, guys. This is my finished set. I'm just going to finish this petal and then you're going to see the finished set of my Tiana inspired nails. I love this. Actually one of my favourite glitter mixes from this collection. I really like the colours. It's quite a springy kind of set, but my lady likes out of season. And there we have it. Cute little decals, bit of 3D and some bling. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Hope I didn't rant on too much. Thanks for tuning in and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!